Hello everybody, Iain Robson here for an episode of Ballingcraig. Alright, so this is the Ballingcraig map. This is a fictional Irish map based on traditional Irish terrain. So I thought I'd have a go at this. I have never played this map, and I kind of popped on here the other day and I was like, oh, this is kind of a cool looking map, so I figured we'll give it a little go here. I just sold all the regular standard in-game equipment. Let me just show you what the actual map looks like. Oops, wrong way. So it's mostly grass, because that's apparently what Ireland does most of, is grass land. There are a couple fields we can actually plant with something other than grass. We actually know these two are, what do we have? Barley and wheat. Well, we got barley and wheat then. So we could harvest one of those. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll harvest one of the old, with an older combine. Let's see what we can find here. Small old combine. Let's try this out. It's funny because most of the combines I have are all big combines. Nope, the force grip probably won't work. Do I have a small combine? I guess this is the smallest one I have. Or we could use the cloths. I don't know. Let's go check to see how big that field is first, actually. Just before. Was it 15, I think? It's one of the ones that was able to harvest, looks like. Yes. We can get away with a class 550. Not that old, but it was... I have this one, but this one I really don't like. I don't know why I still have it, to be honest with you. Let's go with the... Yeah, I thought I had another small Massey Ferguson. Or I was looking at one or trying to find one, and I thought I moved it into the file, but I guess I did not. Could use this, I suppose. You know what? Let's just go with the class 550. I haven't used that in a while. Alright, where are we here? So let's get the class 550, which is right here, and we'll get the... let's say the 7-meter head. That might be a bit big for this field. How big? How far back does this field go? If it's maybe if it's too small, I might not get this. That would take no time. Well, whatever. So let's go ahead and grab this, and of course, the header's pointed in the opposite direction. Isn't that always the case? And we also need a header trailer. So let's see what we can do here. Alright. Do we have... I get the feeling this is going to be too big now. Alright, so maybe we won't use that one. Just by maneuvering it around the yard, I'm like, this seems a little on the large side. So let's go with the New Holland Clayson, I think. There, and there, and there. Perfect. Now, it's weird. The other day I started this thing up and it had little particle effects weren't working. Oh, now they are. I don't know why they weren't working properly, but yeah, this seems more appropriately sized now. Perfect. Let's just see if we can't get attached here. There we go. Nice. Alright, I've never actually used this trailer before, so I'm not really sure what's the best way to put it on. I guess it's just like this. I think. Well, actually, it's not too bad. I was expecting things that were a lot worse than that. Yeah, so this is Ballingcraig. I've never played this map before, but I was just browsing through maps I hadn't looked at before, and I came across this one. And I liked the way it looked, so I thought I'd do a little one-off on this one. Do I have to lock it or anything? I guess it automatically locks. I thought I'd do a little one-off on this because I never played it before, so I figured why not. Yeah, I definitely think the class 550 would have been way too big for a lot of this. I probably could have done it, but it would have been a a little silly, that's for sure. Ooh, nice little town. I guess this is what... I've never been to Ireland, so I have no idea what it looks like. But, I guess this is what it looks like. How do I get to that field back there? There's a field back in there, field number 2, and I have no idea how to get to it. Are houses really like this in Ireland? Oh my goodness. I don't know if, because I live in Canada, I guess. See, like, oh my goodness. Holy cow. I couldn't imagine being in an area like with roads like this, for example. Holy cow. If this is actually the way it is, that's kind of a bit mind-boggling. Just because you think, well, because I live in Ontario, and like I think the size of Ontario, one province of Canada, is, I don't know, probably more than just Ireland, I imagine. I think that's the way we want to go. So let's try this way. Yes, this looks right. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure Ireland can fit into Ireland could fit into Ontario probably more than once. That's my guess, at least. I'm not for sure about that, but it's just a guess. Oh yeah, this was a much better choice for this map. This is such a tiny map. How on earth are you supposed to get into that? Holy smokes. Like, seriously. I guess you're not supposed to have a header trailer, but I don't know what you're supposed to do in this scenario. I think if I were actually, if I lived in an area like this, I think I would end up spending more time maneuvering than anything else. Alright. And let's go off to, oh, well, you can drive through those anyways, but... Alright, well, if that's the case, I'm just going to back up and go off to the right then. Jeez. I tried to avoid hitting him, but, oh, well, okay, the gate is... Alright, well, let's do this then. Make our lives a little easier. That's crazy. I can't believe that. Of course, you would want to try to avoid... I don't know what you would do in this scenario. You'd have to drive... Probably what you would do is, that actually works really well. Well... Almost really well. There we go. You'd almost have to, like, drive right into the field, or have, like, a different... Not have your combine... with the header trailer on it, I guess. Oh, we need to attach the dividers first, which is R. There we go. There we go. Nice. Alright, so what we're going to do is just going to do a little headland first, or try to, without running into things. And then what we'll do is set up as a hard worker and I'll unload them. But it's a really nice looking map, though. I like the hills is what I am enjoying at the moment. I don't know. Every single map I hop onto now, I'm just like, oh, those are nice hills sort of idea. And I'm not sure the reason why. I think partially it's because I've been playing lots of flatter, or maps that are flatter at least. So I've come to appreciate the hills a bit more. Not mostly because I think it's mostly because I play on American maps, and a lot of American maps tend to be flat, which is fine. I like that for other reasons. But it is nice to see maps that have a little bit of hills in them. I guess Ireland, Scotland, and where would be the other place you would see hills? England, maybe? I don't know. Are there English hills? I'm pretty sure there are. I don't know about them off the top of my head. Never been to England before, but I'm sure it's a lovely place. I've heard nice things about it. Actually, I think if I went to England, I don't think I would enjoy the city so much as I would enjoy the countryside. Just because the countryside in England is, from what I understand, let's wait till it finishes up there. From what I understand, it's just lovely. I've never been there before, but I can only imagine what it would look like, because I haven't been there. I've seen lots of movies and whatnot, so... But, you know, when you see a movie versus what you see in real life, it's not exactly the same, so... It's weird. All the dust particles are making it... know, I couldn't imagine having an open cab like this with this type of harvester. Like, you would seriously get covered in dust, and it would be the worst experience ever, I imagine. That's just a guess, though. Alright. Let's... I guess we could do... How full are we? 50%. Alright. Let's do one more pass, then. Because it's such a small field. There we go. Nice. But yeah, it's just a nice looking map. I like all the greenery. I played a little bit on Westbridge Hills, and I found that Westbridge Hills was really yellow. I didn't like that very much. For whatever reason, I prefer maps that are a lot greener, like this map, for example. And I also like Smithfield Farm for that same reason. Although it seems like I had some problems with Smithfield Farm lately. I don't know why. I'm not sure. It was kind of strange, but it just seemed like I was having some problems with that map. Or it was giving me... Maybe it wasn't that map specifically, but it was something that map and in combination with something else. That could be the reason as well. There we go. Let's lower this down. There we go. Nice. I don't know how full we are. Getting there, I imagine. But, yeah. So I imagine by the time this video goes live, 2015 will be out easily. Well, so this is going to be after the fact. But there's still so many nice maps in 2013 I haven't explored yet. I was talking to TCGG Rob the other day, and I left a comment and he mentioned it in one of his videos. I wasn't talking to him directly in that scenario. But we were talking back and forth in the comments, and he said the same thing. There's so many maps in 2013 he hasn't explored yet. So for me, this is definitely one of those maps I just haven't checked out. So, which is kind of the reason. What am I doing here? Kind of the reason why I just want to take a look at it and see what it was like. Seemed to have fairly good reviews on FS UK, so I figured, what the heck, might as well give it a go. And it's nice to have like some weird shaped fields like this sometimes, so ones you don't see too often, at least. I know I don't. Most of the maps I play on tend to be, well, if they're American maps, most American maps tend to have square fields. From what it seems, well, based on what people think, at least. It's not. I wouldn't call it necessarily the case all the time. Oops, I guess we're full here. Alright. So, this means that we need a tractor to unload it, which we never picked up. Let's see, what do we have? Let's go for not a Farmall. Do we have any older Massey Fergusons? I think we do. Where are they? Always right down the bottom. It's too big, too big, too big. Too new, too new. Maybe I don't. I thought I did. Strange. Perhaps I don't. Let's use the little Renault. I haven't used this in a long time. It's a little 84 horsepower tractor. Actually, interesting enough, about that tractor, let me just get a tipper here first. We need a small tipper because anything bigger than a small tipper is going to be ridiculous on this map. Let's go for one of the NI modding Donnelly trailer. 14, let's go for this one. There we go. So yeah. Funny thing about this little tractor, this thing's been out forever now. And I was watching, I want to say it was WBF. I always get WBF and MDH confused. I don't know why, but that seems a bit too big for this thing. Let's go for the smaller one. Is there one smaller than that? Yeah, that looks better. That seemed just a bit too large for this tiny tractor. Anyways, yeah, I think it was WBF. and he. So this is I forget which number it was, but this is in his top 10 mods of FS 2013, which I thought was kind of interesting because it doesn't get enough love. I really like this one. I used it. I've used it quite a few times off camera, but it's just a nice small tractor. It's got some nice little features. You can open up the doors and stuff. It responds well to hills. Lots of little things. But it's just one of those nice little tractors that you don't see that often. I think it gets dirty as well. You can't see anything at the moment, but I believe there's indicators that you can set up. Maybe not this version. Maybe it's a different version. I don't know. But this is a perfect little tractor for this, assuming the driver can handle it. Jeez. It's a perfect little tractor for this type of map where you have a lot of tight turns and small roadways and whatnot. Alright, let's see if we can't do this. How on earth would you actually make this turn? Let's just see if we can actually do it without clipping through that thing. Alright, so let's straighten it up. Like, this seems like the worst angle to come into this field possible. Like, seriously. I mean, look at this. Okay, so I'm over to the edge almost as much as possible. Let's see if we can do it without hitting it. So I'm going to go straight, if I can get straight. Alright, there we go. So we're going to go straight. And I'm clipping onto... yeah, it still does it. Jeez. That's crazy. Just running into everything apparently today. But yeah, this was in his top 10, which I thought was kind of interesting because it is a nice little tractor. It just doesn't get a whole lot of love. I don't know how much this holds though. How much does it hold? Not much. It'll probably take about 2 loads from that combine, I imagine then. Oh, it's almost like these two were made for each other. Jeez, look at that. Perfect. Alright, let's continue harvesting here. Yeah, that's what was one of his top 10. I thought it was kind of cool because I've used it before, like I said, and most people just don't use it because I don't like Renault, for example. That could be entirely the reason. I know some people have preferences when it comes to tractors. Like, for example, I like John Deere's just because I like the color green. Other people like Massey Ferguson's case, New Holland, whatever it happens to be. So we have a New Holland here and a Renault, but just gives you an idea of some of the variety you can find. It's I can't believe how many mods there are for 2013. It's just insane. Alright, nice. It's funny, I asked you guys actually a question a while ago if you're part of the community on my website. If you aren't, you can go ahead and do that. My website is iainrobson.ca. Because I live in Canada. Well, I could have got a .com, but anyway, so if you go to the website and you become part of the community, you will get emails from me every now and then, just talking, asking some questions sometimes, or getting your opinion on a couple things. Could be, you know, those types of things, basically. And anyways, so I asked people a question a while ago via email about what we should call ourselves. And it had a couple funny suggestions. Here's some of the suggestions that I heard. I heard Iainites was one of the suggestions I encountered. What else did I got? Some people were suggesting I refer to you guys as group or gang or something like that. What was the other suggestion I had? I had the Fane gang or something like that. A couple interesting suggestions. So it made me laugh just because some of the suggestions some other people had suggestions as well, so obviously they're on the same wavelength, so to speak, which I thought was kind of interesting. That people were, you know, thinking of, yeah, that's a good, you know, that might be a good idea to call ourselves, sort of thing. So it's good. It's good to hear that people were on the same wavelength. But haven't made any decisions yet on that still. Just because the idea is it'll be something that I'll be able to refer to you guys as. So, for example, like Stocko Galas calls people peeps. Soren calls people welcome to the Xi Legion, for example. Stuff like that. Just, you know, some kind of unique way to refer to well, for me to refer to you guys, or you to call yourselves, sort of idea. I also had a couple sessions like Farmhand and Farm Group and stuff like that. That's a possibility as well. I haven't totally said no to those, but they're definitely a possibility. I think I'm just going to go up and down the field now. That seems like a good... yeah, we should be fine. Seems like a good alternative to going around in circles, because the turns are just going to get sharper and sharper, so... I don't know why, I always want to look back. It'll be nice once the mirrors actually work in 2015, that's for sure. That's going to be, for me at least, it's going to be one of the key features I really am looking forward to. And hopefully they work well. There's no guarantee, of course, but if they work well, that'll be really nice. But I don't think I've ever seen anybody play on this map before either. Not that I can think of. I don't think so. Do you guys, well, here's a question for you guys. Do you know anybody who has played in this map before? Maybe TCGG Rob has in one of his one-off type series. Perhaps... that's really the only person I can think of off the top of my head that might have played in this. Because a lot of people, of course, have played on Spring Hill Valley, Spring Hill Farm, Drayton Farm. But I haven't really seen too many people on this map. So, it would be kind of interesting to see if anybody's actually done like a Let's Play on this map. It's kind of small, so you would be... I guess, I don't know if, I'm not even sure there's animals on this map, actually. I haven't even seen the main farm yet. Looks like it's over there. Well, what we'll do is, I'll finish, turn around, and make this last pass, and then we'll go check out the main farm, because I haven't seen it either. I just hopped into the map and be like, hey, this is a nice little place. And we'll go from there. Actually, for those people who are wondering, I filmed, it sounds so fancy, recorded a little mowing hay episode on this particular map, actually. And some people might remember it because the height was really hilly, and I was using a Mass Ferguson 8000 series. I can't remember what the actual number was. But it was on this map, and all I did was grab the stuff from the shop and go start mowing a field. I didn't even go to the main yard or anything, so kind of comical. Alright, nice. Let's finish off this last little pass. Perfect. Technically I shouldn't have stopped the engine. Oops. But it's still unloading apparently, so we're okay. Because that auger right there does not work when the engine's not running. It kind of needs the engine to move the auger. Anyways, look at that, 90%. That's like perfect. Alright, now let's find our way back to the main farm because I have no idea where it is. Alright, so I think what we need to do is... gotta love those... we need to turn this way, I guess? Yes! No, yes, yes. I guess the main farm is back where the city is. Huh. Down in here? No, that's definitely... well, let's go this way and see what happens. I think that must be... I think it's at up there. Oh my goodness. Gates everywhere. Oh wow. I think the gates would just kill me after a while. But this is a really cool little yard. You drive up into it. Nice little small area. Are they serious? Good thing we have four-wheel drive. Holy cow. Oh my goodness. This is such a small yard. But look at the water here. This is really cool. I like the way this water looks. Oh my goodness. Where is our... Maybe they don't have silos. I don't know. This is not a typical American style map where there are silos for everything. It must be alternative tip, maybe, or that would be my guess. Alternative. That's what they're expecting you to do. Alternative tip, or maybe it's back in here where the rooster is. I don't think so, because that is just a shed. That's for manure. That's for slurry. Oh, that's the cows in there. I don't know where you would store it. That's kind of a cool little cow facility. Nice little area back in there. Yeah, I don't think you can actually store grain here at all unless you do alternative tip. Huh, that's interesting. I don't know, that always confused me when maps have that, because I'm not used to that at all. I'm like, so where exactly do I store stuff? And it's like, well, you see, you don't actually store it on your farm. And I'm like, what? Yeah, there doesn't appear to be anywhere to store it, so let's go sell it, I guess. It's a turn here. Oh my goodness, yeah. I don't think I like this for a one-off, but I don't know if I could do it for a extended period of time. What am I attached to there? Only because of my terrible driving skills. Alright. Alright, this time. There we go. That's nuts. That's cool. It's a cool little map, though. It's got lots of hills. The turns are a little too tight for my terrible driving. But it is a nice looking map. It's even got fences around certain areas. Yeah, I almost feel like I should have chosen a smaller tractor and trailer. Almost. That's how small it feels. Well, compared to what I'm used to. Like, you think about like Idaho or Missouri, where you know, essentially you have miles and miles and miles where you can just drive without any problems. And here it's like, oh well, be careful. What's that? Oh, let's take a quick peek over there. What's this supposed to be? Is this where our sheep are? Yeah, there doesn't appear to be any ammo. This is just a storage area. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's a cool little storage area, though. And this is the sell point way up here, from what it looks like. Ah, nice little map. Like I said, it'd be difficult for me to play on for a long period of time, only because I tend to run into things, apparently. But this is a nice wide open place here. I guess this is where we go to sell stuff. The Twin Cannon Inn. That's a cool name. Oops. A lot of backing up. A lot of backing up and a lot of tight turns. Alright, let's see if we can't do this without screwing up. There we go. Nice. I don't even know what the prices are like. I didn't even look. Excellent. Sweet. So that is the Ballingcraig map. Or Ballingcraig. I don't know how to say it properly. I'm not Irish, so. Anyways, that's a little Ballingcraig map. That's a little one-off series that thought I would do. Check this map out a little bit more detail. It's a gorgeous looking map. I love the hills. A little bit too tight in corners for me personally, but other than that, that's a pretty cool looking map. Anyways, my name is Iain Robson. This has been Farming Simulator 2013, playing on the Ballingcraig map. Catch you guys later.